Hey guys, it's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So this is my spiritually based channel. I'm here to help you guys hopefully in some way on your path. So welcome and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to talk about healing, okay? Healing your heart and your soul. Everybody has a sad story. Everybody has a traumatic event or lifetime of events. So how do we move on and heal? Because that is actually part of your spiritual journey. It's really difficult to be connected to your ascension path or feeling particularly spiritual if you are harboring resentment, hurt, trauma in any way. So I do have quite a number of points here. I've got 9. So I'm just going to kick off and start right into the points here. You guys can let me know if there's anything that I've missed or anything that you find is extremely beneficial to you. You can talk about your pain below in the comments if you want to. I share my stories so that you guys know that I actually came from a place of pain and, I've managed to heal quite a bit of it. I still live with some pain, as many of us do, and I'm still on my healing journey. So hoping to help you guys out here. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Definitely leave me a comment and let's get going here. So the first point that I have is to practice authenticity. And that just means being you in every circumstance, okay? So anytime you show up as a false version of yourself or you pretend to be a certain way around people, you're really doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself more harm than good. It would, like, what is the word I'm looking for here? Sorry, I'm stumbling. It is like attracting the wrong people into your life and being with the wrong people and circumstances and things. So if people don't like you, that's okay. You don't have to change yourself to get somebody to fall in love with you or be friends with you or subscribe to you or follow you. That's not what you want. You're being drawn into a version of yourself that you've probably done your best to outgrow. Not being authentic is a trauma response. It's like saying, well, if I'm not myself, people won't like me. And you have to come to terms with the fact that some people just aren't going to like you, and that's okay. It's the same way that you don't like other people, and probably anything that they ever did is not going to change their mind. So just be you in all circumstances. And if you're in a place where you cannot be yourself, you might want to find a different place to be so that you can be the version of you that reflects who you are in your heart and soul. Okay, so the second point I have here is to come to terms with and accept the past. And sometimes we're never going to know the reason why a particular thing happened. Like, why did that happen to me? It just did. It is part of your life's journey. It can be a small comfort to understand that sometimes we're here to help out other people. We're here to play a part in their healing or trauma. We have these soul contracts to fulfill. We don't always know what's going on. And sometimes we just go a lifetime without understanding a sequence of events, okay? So things happened. Like, don't blame other people for what happened. It just happened, okay? So this can be a really tricky one to come to terms with and accept the past, especially if it's something that hurt you very deeply. This can be particularly true for people that suffer, horrible car accidents, or people that become disfigured or are disfigured and society doesn't accept them, based on the way that they look or immobility. So again, if you're in that situation, you just need to surround yourself with people that accept you for the way you are right now. And you just have to find ways of accepting where you are, who you are, what is going on with your body, whatever it is that you feel like you need to overcome. It is because it is, okay? And that's sort of a Buddhist phrase that can help. It is because it is, okay? So I'm saying all these things with love from the bottom of my heart. I'm not trying to judge anybody or pigeonhole anybody. It's just that we need to accept ourselves for the divine being that we are. Okay, so do your best with that one. This one is really important, to set boundaries and enforce them. Okay, so we should all have a certain level of standards that we will accept or not accept from the people around us and circumstances around us. Okay, so if you're not going to enforce your boundaries, nobody else will. Okay, and you will teach people how to treat you. So if you're not speaking up, if you are not excusing yourself, if you are not setting those boundaries, people will cross them. That phrase, you give an inch and they take a mile, that came from somewhere, and it's 100% valid. You got to nip things in the bud. I like to give this example of when you see cats, particularly, they react right away with a correction. If somebody is out of line, they'll give them a swat, or hiss at them. They are doing their boundary setting. So we can take a lesson from the animal kingdom, definitely. Hey, you've crossed the line. Don't speak to me like that. You're not allowed to treat me that way. This is never going to happen again, or you don't get to see me. Okay, so really start respecting yourself enough to speak up, be audible, be present, and say, I deserve more than this. And if people continually cross those boundaries, then they don't deserve access to you. Okay, so really remember that one. I'm going to pick my notes up here because I feel like I need to. Practice self-care. Okay, I talk about this all the time, you guys. You really need to self-medicate with self-care. And I'm not talking about, drugs and alcohol. I'm talking about things that will actually do you good on a mind, body, soul, spirit, intelligence level. Okay, so I talk about a bunch of things for self-care all the time. I'm going to list them again. Try Qigong. It really can release stagnant energy that is caught in the body. Trauma and negative energy get stuck in your organs and your DNA. So you guys see my rooster on the fridge, but anyway, Qigong can help to really release that. Okay, so try meditation, try a guided meditation, try a transcendental meditation, do whatever you can, sit with yourself, accept yourself. Yoga is beautiful, and practicing mindfulness, like being in the moment, okay? This is really important because sometimes we go back and relive a memory that was very traumatic. And when you do that, you're refreshing the experience in your mind again, and your body will react. So every time that you go back and have this horrible memory, your body is reacting as if you just went through it that moment. Okay, so be very particularly careful about where you let your mind go. So this is where you have to just say, okay, well, that was in the past. It is what it is. I'm forgiving all the participants, including and especially myself. Okay. The fifth point that I have here is to reward and acknowledge yourself. Okay, so you've made progress, however big, however small. Did you get up today with the thought of being better than you were yesterday? Reward yourself. Maybe go get yourself a fancy frou-frou coffee, or take the day off, or get yourself a pretty new scarf, or do something. Congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself you're amazing. Tell yourself that you love you. Really practice rewarding yourself the same way that you would reward somebody else in your life. You deserve that as much, if not more, than anybody else, okay? Identifying the source of your pain. Many of us do not understand where pain comes from, but we get triggered, okay? So something could be haunting you from way in the past. Maybe it's something that you've forgotten about, and somebody's current behavior or a current incident is bringing up all this pain, and you're like, I don't know why I'm so upset about this. So you might want to try automatic writing, or just writing in general, or just sitting back and saying, like, why did that bother me so much when that person said this word, or when they moved a certain way? Because you know, certain people and their auras and their speech patterns and the things that they say, they can trigger these memories, and then all of a sudden you're upset, but nothing really happened, you know, except that something just flipped a switch. You got to think about that. Like if you had childhood trauma and maybe there was somebody in your family that was really not that nice to you, and you meet somebody 20 years later, but the voice reminds you of that family member or the way that they move, you know, you're going to have to identify that, or you're never going to get over it. You just keep on getting presented with that kind of trigger until you heal it. Okay, so identify that and learn how to be okay with it. Okay, so there's a lot of different techniques, and that's why I'm talking about this. Okay, this one is like cry. Sometimes you just need to cry. Your feelings come up and you want to tamp them down. Why? Okay, so if you need to cry about something, have yourself a big fat cry. Go in the bath if you need to. Like, there's nothing wrong with crying, but especially men go through this. Like, you know, act like a man. You know, real men don't cry. People saying it's inappropriate to cry. You shouldn't care about that. If you need to cry, excuse yourself, go home, or just let yourself know that it's okay to cry, you know, and we hold ourselves back, and it can be such a good release because this is your body's energy telling you that this needs to come out. So nothing wrong with crying, you guys. And I just saw angel number 1144. So that's really important. The 8th point that I have for you guys is to detox. Okay, so you want to detox from toxic people, toxic media. You want to detox from any sort of, you know, whatever kind of habit that you might have. You might want to take a couple days off without caffeine or tobacco, alcohol, whatever it is that you might be putting into your body because you enjoy it, but it's not good for you, okay? And I say this as like, I do like coffee. It's not particularly healthy, but I mean, I like coffee, you know, so you should skip a day or two. Like if you're a smoker, go a couple days or just quit altogether. You know, if you like a drink every now and again or every day at the cocktail hour, maybe go a couple days, you know, and just skip it. And your body needs to heal itself a little bit. And these things can also muffle authentic emotions. So just be careful that the thing you enjoy doesn't turn into the thing that you need to release trauma from. Okay, so, and fasting can be really good for your body too. This is not something that I'm particularly good at. You know, I tried it once. I didn't like it. I'm not a fan. So you can detox your diet too. Everybody knows what's healthy and what's not. You know, maybe go a couple days with some vegetables and really clean eating. Like consume lentils and beans, you know, skip the large Costco size of chips. I love chips. So really look at ways of detoxing your life. Try fasting if you're okay with it. It is not for everybody. I am one of those people that it's not for. I tried it because it's supposed to be really, really good for your body. But man, I get mean when I skip a meal. So hashtag hangry. So it's totally up to you what you want to do for yourself on that one. And then taking a break from people. You need to do this. There's nothing wrong with a good hermit mode. Just go on silent. Just say, you know, and if you're worried that people are not going to be able to contact you, just say, look, I need a couple days of a break. Lots of people, they announce on Facebook or whatever social media, I'm going to be off of here for a few days. There's lots of toxicity in social media. So you might want to roll back and just say, I'm not going to answer my phone for a day or 2 or 3. You might want to go somewhere where you can completely unplug and not even have access to the internet, you know, read a book maybe. So there's lots of ways that you guys can heal your heart and soul. And it is a journey. Some things are always going to bother you. But I mean, if you're still in the stage where something is bringing you to your knees, you really need to help yourself, okay? I've been through that personally, where I had 20 years straight of being unhealed and causing additional harm to myself. And I wasn't a very good person. I wasn't a very good friend. I went through a lot of trauma, and I inflicted trauma on people because I wasn't able to heal myself. I didn't know how. There was nobody helping me on my path, okay? So this is why I'm here standing before you guys, sort of revealing the deep, dark secrets of my life. So you guys understand that you can get to a point where you can accept life as it is. You can accept yourself as you are. You can accept other people as they are. You can still accept people and not have them in your life. That is also an option, and sometimes it's the best one. So you guys do what is best for you. Look at yourself and say, I need to heal this, and then be fearless about moving forward, okay? So remember to let me know if I missed anything, if there's anything that helped you healing, just let me know in the comments. Let the collective know in the comments, and I'm going to sign off here, you guys, with love and light, sending you many blessings from my soul to yours. Namaste, guys. Take care. Bye.